Hi everyone, this is Frank DeMora, and I want to bring you to one of my warnings concerning the call for peace and safety, which I'm going to show you. But what I'm doing here is I'm bringing you back to my old site for a second. This is March 4th of 2014. Now let me scroll down here to show you what I was warning back then. And this was only one of many of my warnings over the years concerning this prophecy. But first, let's see what the Lord has to say. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. I'm going to just go ahead and quote myself. In many of my writing, I have warned you to watch what happens when the peace talks fail. We know for sure war will break out because in the above prophecy, Jesus shows us sudden destruction will take place, not peace. In my book, I cite news reports showing you the nations listed in the Psalm 83 war saying war will break out between the Arabs and Israel if there is no peace agreement signed between the PLO and Israel. For years, I have been warning you not to expect any peace breakthrough, and I cite the reasons why the peace talks will fail. Google Israel won't stop building settlements, Israel Frank DeMora. And I am sure you will see many of my previous warnings come up there. I discussed the settlement issue. Israel has stated numerous times they have the right to build on their own land, and no one is going to stop them. Over the past 2 years, as you will see from the news below, Israel continued to build homes for their citizens. And of course, the settlement issue is one of the many reasons why the PLO continues to break out of the peace talks between the settlement issue, ownership of East Jerusalem, and breaking up Israel into two states, one for the PLO. We can see the peace talks will go nowhere. Now, I've been given almost the identical warning for years. And again, this issue is coming to a boiling point right now in Israel as confrontation builds up between the Israelis and the Palestinians. So the news just came out. You'll see it from the Yahoo News. Israeli gives initial approval for 200 new homes in East Jerusalem. Israeli authorities gave initial approval on Wednesday for the construction of 200 new homes in the urban settlement in Jerusalem, a move that could aggravate tensions with Palestinians that Washington is trying to lower. Violence has flared in the past few weeks over Jerusalem's most sacred and politically sensitive site, holy to both Jews and Muslims. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was due in Jordan on Wednesday for talks with King Abdullah and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas on effects to calm the situation. The new housing unit is slated for Ramat, a sprawling hillside complex of apartment buildings and private homes at the northern edge of Jerusalem, on the land Israel captured in a 1967 war and annexed to the city in a move never recognized internationally. Palestinians want this territory as part of a future state. So again, the issue comes up. And when you go back and you see what the Lord showed Paul in 1 Thessalonians 5:3 about the sudden destruction when they're calling for peace and safety, and then you revisit Zechariah chapter 12, verse 3, where it talks about Jerusalem being the burdensome stone. All of these things collide together right now, and all they're doing is showing us the indicators are getting much higher for the next war between the Arabs and Israel. And once again, it's going to probably start because of the ownership and what's going on in East Jerusalem, where these holy sites to the Muslims and the Jews are. So again, I'm just saying that you should be paying attention to what's going on in Israel, and especially what's going on in East Jerusalem. This is Frank DeMora from the End Times Research Ministry. God bless.